Rylan Clark is being lined up to pop into This Morning and take over from Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby after all the months of chaos following Philip Schofield's exposure and Holly Willoughby's experience of fright after discovering that somebody apparently wanted to kill her. It's been the most extraordinary year on the sofa for This Morning and for daytime television. I think that Rylan will probably make quite a good presenter for a while. I mean, I know he's already done it a little bit. I think he did it with, who was it now? Ruth or somebody? But I think better than Rylan is a shake-up of the whole system, the whole ethos, the whole approach of morning daytime television. Maybe it's had its day. Maybe it's a tired formula to have these sort of terribly relaxed pseudo couples sitting on a sofa going from one story to another completely unrelated story without any serious journalistic opinion, without any serious investigation, the frippery of covering an important journalistic story followed by some sort of baking interview. And I know the same thing, the same magazine formula is also trotted out by Steph on Channel 4 over lunchtimes. I've been on that. I know how it's done. But it's tired and it's formulaic. And in the end, I think it's time for ITV to seize the opportunity and produce something different. Because heaven knows we need it. It's time to recognise, I think it's time for BBC companies to recognise that this sort of cheap television needs a makeover and perhaps needs even more than a makeover, needs a rethink and a reboot. Not just a new group of people, but a rethink about what exactly is being offered to people in the middle of the morning. Because actually there's now significantly more people at home, a greater variety of people at home than really TV might have assumed even 20 years ago. In the last 20 years, our habits have changed, and COVID changed a great deal. There's more people staying at home to work, and maybe you want to switch on the television and get some interesting information. You don't get it on This Morning. You don't get it on the BBC. You don't really get it on Channel 4. What you get is a lot of repeats, a lot of waffle, and no content. What you want is the news and opinion. We can get the news, we can get those headline summaries which you get from the BBC, but you don't get the opinion. And even if you wait all day until Newsnight or something, you still don't really get the opinion. What you get is a confrontation which is neatly parried by the politician or the celebrity who has been taught how to respond to a professional interview. That's not interesting. What we want is a discussion and to see how we can manoeuvre through the day's events. I think there's room for something new. I think Rylan is an incredibly intelligent person. I remember meeting him on the night of the last election. I met him twice, actually. And I thought he seemed not only personable and entertaining, but also bright, thoughtful, and with knowledge. He knew what he was talking about. He has an interest in politics. And I know he comes across as being a bit light and fluffy, but he's not, believe me. He's really not. If this is somebody that ITV could work with, this is somebody who could change the mould of morning television. And that would be an interesting transformation. He could leave his mark on television.